everybody. We have a 1992 Ford F150. It's got like 260,000 miles on it. The customer's concern is that when he's driving down the road, it's gradually lost power more and more, and they replaced some different sensors, but it still keeps losing power. I drove around the block and it barely made it back. And I'll show you one thing, the test you can do for restricted exhaust. So here's the truck here. And I have a stick on here holding the gas pedal down about 2,500 RPM. In this engine vacuum here, where it shows like 5 or 6 inches of vacuum, this should be around 20. So it shows that there's not much, there's a restriction somewhere in the system in there. And so when I give it gas, it flutters around a little bit. So it should be close to manifold vacuum. It should be somewhere probably around 18 inches. So it's really, really low. And if you go back to the tailpipe itself, and I put my hand back there, of course it's hot, but there's not very much exhaust coming out. So that's one way you can check. You just tap into a vacuum line. Off the manifold vacuum there on the engine. And you can tell the engine's working really hard trying to run, and it's like it's too quiet. And the reason it's so quiet is because the exhaust can't get out. And then what I'm going to do tomorrow is it has an oxygen sensor. I'll show you underneath. And where the pipe gets down close to the catalytic converter, there's a sensor down here. And it's the sensor right there in the middle where the wires are. So it goes in the exhaust before it gets to the catalytic converter. So if we take that out and it runs better, then that means it's restricted past it. And he's got some oil leak or fluid leak. That's why you see a little bit of oil burning off the heat shield for the converter there. And that converter looks like it's the original one that came with the truck. But that's how we're going to take it one step further. We're going to unscrew that sensor if we can tomorrow, if it'll come out. And then I'll start it again. And since the exhaust can get out before the catalytic converter, I'll be able to tell if it runs better, that'll verify that the exhaust is clogged. Okay? So, that's how when you get an older vehicle like this, you can figure out what's going on. It has some codes, but they have to do with EGR and the map sensor and things like that. I think no one ever cleared the codes the last time they worked on it, because 1992 it has an older system. So anyway, that's what we came up with, and that's how you check for restricted exhaust on a 1992 F-150 with a 5.8 liter. Thank you.